Surat At-Taghabun is the 64th surah of the Quran with 18 verses. As it opens with the words of glorification of God, it is part of Al-Musabbihat group. The theme of this surah is an invitation to the faith, obedience and the teaching of good morals. The previous surah Al-Munafiqun was about hypocrisy and the lack of Iman. This surah is discussing the opposite of that. Summary. The sequence followed is that the first 4 verses are addressed to all men, verses 5 to 10 to those men who do not believe in the invitation of the Quran, and verses 11 to 18 to those who accept and believe in this invitation. Theme and subject matter. The surah opens with a description of God's power, wisdom, and knowledge and takes its name from the day of dispossession, mentioned in verse 9. God, the Creator, knoweth all things, is told in 3rd and 4th verse. The disbelievers are reminded of the end of those who disbelieved before them in verse 5 and 6. Unbelief will not prevent infidels from rising from the dead, and the denial of the resurrection is strongly refuted in verse 7. Next 3 ayat then present exhortation to believe in God and His Apostle. In the discourse verses 11 to 13 prescribe to humanity that God is sovereign, therefore should be trusted. Further in verse 14, the believers are urged to be wary but forgiving of the enemies they may have within their own families, and Muslims are exhorted to abjure worldly ties and to devote themselves to God in ayat 14 to 18, and are warned to remain steadfast and to spend in God's cause in verse 8 and 16.